Hi everyone, Ivo Remo McLean for once again, and I want to welcome back for more movie reviews and more series. And today I'm going to review and talk about is Friday the 13th Part 3 3D, which came out 1982, was released on August 13th in the US in the cinema, and it's almost 40 years from now, almost made 40-year anniversary. Was released the same time as John Carpenter's The Thing. And Friday the 13th Part 3 is not good as John Carpenter's The Thing. I reviewed that movie, love John Carpenter's The Thing to death. Now, this movie is campy and cheesy in my opinion. Yeah, it's a campy. It's considered campy. It is campy. It's a cheesy movie, but it's a good suspense horror sequel. But I still say the part two is the best one so far. Of the three, I'll say part two is the best one. Then part one, this will be number three. I still like it more as the first one because it's not that slow. It still has some good kills, good cast, but the story, Jason wanders around, it's more campy. Yeah, the 3D actually hurts the format. This is the only one in the series that's actually filmed on 3D. And 3D hurts the image. It hurts the picture. I would like to see better picture quality because this is the only one that's filmed in 3D. Would like to see a better picture. Yeah, I would like to see a better picture that it is. But yeah, Friday 30 Part 3 3D. But yeah, this one is a campy film. It's a campy film. It's not that good as the first two, in my opinion. Still, I like it. I still prefer over the first one, because this one is double feature because I have both of them. That is the back. You know. Now, Friday 13 Part 3 starts, off when Jason was wounded by Ginny in the second movie. Yeah, he was wounded by Ginny in the second movie. He grabs the machete. He finds refuge in the store. He steals the clothes, from Harold. He steals the clothes, kills the couple. Then he finds refuge on Higgins' ranch. And that time, the owner, Chris Higgins, for the weekend on the Friday the 13th, she shows up with her friends, for the weekend, and she meets, and one by one of those campers, they fall under the maniac Jason. And this is the movie that Jason does his iconic mask for the first time in the movie series. He does the iconic mask, yeah, and this is when Jason does his first iconic hockey mask for the first time in the movie series. The special effects, by Al by Alan Apone, designed the mask, and the director Steve Miner liked it, so they actually put that in it. So that was kind of awesome in my opinion. Yeah, so like I said, we have a good kills. Jason, Jason is now played by Richard Brooker. He's a British stuntman. Rest in peace. He after 1 hour he does his iconic mask. He does his iconic mask for the first time. And yeah, after 1 hour, but yeah, it's actually campy because Jason walks around, like a wooden guy he is. It's more a campy, this film. Was directed by Steve Miner, and this time the writer from the second movie, Ron Kurtz, was replaced by husband and wife, which they wrote a screenplay. Ron Kurtz, he actually declined, to do. He did not want to write the screenplay for this movie. So Ron Kurtz was replaced by Carol Watson and Martin Kurtz. I can't pronounce his last name. I'm really sorry. Carol Watson and her husband Martin, they actually wrote the screenplay. So Ron Kurtz was replaced by those two. They were asked by Paramount Pictures for the screenplay, so they wrote the first draft of the film, and later they did the final draft. The production from Connecticut, from Kent, Connecticut, was actually moved to California, and that was actually on the movie set, which were the lodge and the barns. They were actually built by the movie cast, for the film on the location, and of course on the set, and that was East Coast Valusate Movie Ranch, Saugus, California. It was moved there, and we have actually a new group of teenagers that go to this barn, and like one by one they actually meet their ultimate demise by Jason, because Jason goes, and starts killing one by one. And yeah, it has some good kills, the film. There's like eye popping out by Rick, Rick. Paul Kratka plays Rick, his eye popping, or from Harpoona, spear in the eye, where I guess from Harpoona, right spear in the eye. I like that scene. I like that effect. Or when Chris grabs an axe during the climatic fight, and she uses and smashes right the axe in Jason's hockey mask. I like that scene, and boom, she smashes him with an axe. I like that scene. Vera and Shelly, they both go into the store, and they meet those three motorbikers. When Shelly throws the wallet to Vera, and the wallet falls down, and Fox, the Gloria child, she stabs with a boot on the wallet, and and she grabs the wallet and starts harassing and picking up on Vera for no reason. I know they didn't do nothing. Shelly accidentally with Rick's car, Volkswagen, goes and hits the one of the leader's motorcycle. The guy uses the chain, breaks the window, and the time Shelly turns around, destroys the motorcycle. So the leader gets said, "I'm gonna get you." Say they track him down to Higgins ranch, and they want to do a score. They actually steal in their gas, and they try to burn with the gas. They try to burn their barn. I don't know why, but Jason goes and stabs and kills all of them. First he goes and stabs Foxy with a pitchfork in the neck, and when Loco is looking for her, he goes and stabs him. Great effect by Ala Iapone. That was great effect. And of course Amali, he uses the machete, tries to fight off Jason. Jason clocks him down, but doesn't kill him. At the end, on the climatic finale, Ali goes and saves Chris, but he gets killed until ultimate demise by Jason, when that time Chris grabs an axe and smashes him in the hockey mask. So that was a really good effect, in my opinion. I really like that. I actually really like that. Also, Debbie, she was pregnant. She gets killed by Jason. Jason kills a pregnant lady. There's also a few issues I have with the film. Besides 3D, because 3D really is cheesy and really hurts the film and image. There's also copies the first two Friday the 13th films, like on the finale when Chris goes once again on the boat on the lake. I don't know what the fuck is with the boat on the lake, but she goes on the boat, and this time she gets in a dream attacked by Pamela Voorhees. It wasn't Betsy Palmer, she wasn't on this film, but yeah, she gets attacked by Pamela Voorhees once again. That was already in the first movie when Alice, she got attacked, by Jason, by the boy Jason. I think Asavi Lerner that actually attacked Alice in the first movie. And there's a scene in part 2 when Mark and Jeff, they have an arm wrestling, and they both compete, and Sandra gets tired, and she says, when you're done, you can compete with me, to Jeff. And that was the same when Debbie says to Andy, when Andy and Shelley, they have a competition, they both throwing balls, in the air, and when Debbie, she says, when you're tired, you can try with me, and that time, Andy quits, and he lets Shelley win, and that's the same scene that actually was in the second movie. It kind of copies the first two movies. It kind of uses the first two movies. Or when Kevin Bacon gets killed by a spear while he was lying on the bed, with a spear. And the same thing was Debbie. She was stabbed with a long knife. She actually was stabbed, through the neck. Almost the same scene, exactly same scene. Yes, so Jason, he does return. This is actually a different story than the second one. Now, Amy still did not return. She was asked to return, but she wasn't. There were actually two scripts, two concepts for the third one. One was in which Ginny Feld was actually sent to asylum, and Jason would have tracked her down. That was, I think, the second concept. That the first one was in which Ginny, she was learning how to fight back, in extended course, and in a dorm she finds Paul dead, and she goes and she tracks down Jason, and she fights off Jason for the second time. But Amy still said she declined. She became later a family therapist, so she said no. Because that time she was like 21 years old when she did the film, when she was filming the film, so that's really sad, she didn't return. So they actually put Dana Kimmel as the main lead. Also Larry Zerner as Shelley. I mean, he completely makes fool out of himself. He's an asshole, he's a jackass. But yeah, he's an asshole and he's a jackass, but I like him, he's the one that actually gives Jason the harpoon and the hockey mask, because he was wearing the hockey mask. And when he slashed, Shelley's neck, that's how he got his icon mask from Shelley. He got his icon mask from Shelley. Richard Brooker did a good job as Jason, when he does his iconic hockey mask for the first time. I like that. He really did a good job, as Jason Voorhees, Richard Brooker, rest in peace. Because some of the cast, they passed away. Besides Richard Brooker, Gloria Charles as Foxy, Steve Susskind as Harold, and David Wiley as Abel, they all passed away. David Wiley, he played the old man when the kids go with the van, and they actually meet, they actually go and they see an old man lying through and sleeping on the road. They pick him up, and one of the guys, I think Chuck, says, he looks like my old grandpa. And they put him up. They go and they put him up, and they say, and they go and they say, and he uses the eyeball, and he tries to warn them, I won thee. Yeah, that's the guy, because Crazy Ralph, he was dead, when he warned those campers, those counselors, that they are all doomed, they're all doomed, they should be careful, they're all doomed. This time they actually put instead Crazy Ralph, they put Abel, I know it wasn't his name. But that scene, in my opinion, was realistic, because when I was a kid, I was 6-7 years old, I was riding a bike, and one day when I was riding a bike, I actually saw an old man. I knew him personally. He actually was sleeping near my house on the floor and on the grass, kind of a few meters off the road. He was sleeping, and I don't know what happened. So I found him. He actually was drunk. He was wasted. He was drunk. As a kid, I didn't know that, but I know now. So I checked him, and I saw that he's only sleeping. So I left him alone, and I mind my own business. But just how the kids found Abel sleeping, I found an old man that I actually know personally. Kind of was a little shock for me as a kid. Yeah, that old man passed away a long time ago when I was a teenage boy. It's been a long time now ago, but I still remember the scene. So yeah, that scene, in my opinion, was realistic. Just me saying. Yeah, the cast, Dana Kimmel as Chris Higgins, the final girl. She did a good job. She did a great job. Not better as Amy Steele, but she is one of my favorite final girls. I think she would be probably. Wait a second. Probably number 4. I think she will be number 4. Tricia Harris will be number 3 in my opinion. That she will be Chris Higgins. She will be number 4, the final girl. Steve Miner, who also directed Halloween H20, another film that I like. He did an okay job. I think that he didn't want to talk about. I heard from some guy a long time ago that he actually slept with a few women, and Steve Miner was kind of, the production. He slept with a few women, and he kind of was embarrassed over that. So I think that was the reason he didn't want to do any audio commentary on the Blu-rays, But yeah, I don't give a fuck about it really what he does. Cause I do like this film a lot, I prefer this movie. This is actually one of my top 3 favorite horror films, probably in top 10 favorite horror films, definitely, because I love Friday the 13th Part 2 to death. This one I like, just like the first one. Like I said, this is a campy. This is actually the first one to be sour. This is actually a campy, cheesy slasher film. This one is much better. It's my second favorite, but I'll talk next, probably tomorrow. But yeah, this one I like Part 3 3D. I don't know if there's much to it because I didn't wrote in it. This movie cost, the budget was $2,300,000. Well, the second one was was actually $1,250,000 and $250,000. This was actually $2,000,000 and $300,000 together. And the budget worldwide made them $36 million. And of course, the opening weekend in Canada and US made $9 million. So this movie made more money than the second one. The first one cost around 500. I think I did wrote somewhere down. The first one. I think I did wrote some down for the first one. No, I didn't wrote for the first one. I memorized. I remember now. I memorized, so I don't remember. But it was around $500,000. Actually, the first one earned. But it made $39 million. Yes, it made $39 million on the low budget. This movie cost more than the first one, and it made less money than the first one, which I don't understand that. But okay, but still surpassed in the money. No, it still surpassed the second one. Also, this movie got a negative comments and responses. I don't know also why. This movie had 5.7 IMDb. Now it has what 5.6, which is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Yeah, the guy who played Harold passed away, and the actress Edna, she also was great. The actress Edna, she was great. The movie has a good skills. Kills. It has a good kills. The effects by Alan Ayapon, they actually were a really good one. But like I said, 3D kind of hurts the film, in my opinion. I don't have much to say, in part three. Harry Manfredini returns with the music score. In the open scene, we have a disco music score. I forgot to mention the disco theme. I'm not a fan of the disco theme that much. I rather prefer the music score by part 7 because it's much better, or part 6, or the music score by Alice Cooper, or by the Essence of You, which I love that music, I love that soundtrack, 'cause this one, the disco scene, the disco theme by Harry Manfredini, I don't prefer, I just don't. Still, I prefer this movie over the first one, because at least it wasn't that much boring. I like the scene, I have to say that. I really, really like the scene when we see, when Shelley goes with the axe in his head and goes and scares everyone, and Chris gets upset and she runs in the grass. That time goes Debbie with her and they both talk. I really love that scene, with Chris and Debbie. I love that scene. I mean, I like the bond with those two. I thought the acting performance by Dana Kimmel and the actress who played Debbie, Tracy Savage, she did a good job. I mean, as Debbie, a pregnant girl, she did a good job. Tracy Savage, Tracy Savage, she did a good job as Debbie. I like her. I like Debbie a lot in this movie. I kind of feel bad that she got killed, during the shower. I didn't give a fuck about Andy or the rest of the cast, that gets killed. But Debbie, she really was good. And Rick was good, but no, Debbie was better. And I wish that Debbie would survive. I kind of feel bad for Debbie for her demise, but she was good. She was great. And also, I liked Edna. She was a bitch, but I like her. I like her bitchy in this movie. Richard Brooker as Jason Voorhees did a good job. I don't know, he's not my favorite Jason. You already know who my favorite Jason is right there. Kane Hodder's my favorite Jason. I know people are like, he's overrated, blah, blah, blah. Who fucking cares if he's overrated? He's a badass, But Richard Brooker still did a good job as Jason Voorhees in this movie. Just the concept of the film that he walks around, it is campy. The story makes no sense. He finds a refuge, and why he's even stalking everyone. He's supposed to be in Crystal Lake. He's supposed to get revenge on the trespassers, not the guys that they own the ranch. Just kind of the story is kind of pop out. Kind of weird. But for 1982, I still take it over nowadays horror films. That's just me. But yeah, the final chapter I'll review tomorrow. Because today I did review 2 of the movies. This one I will review tomorrow. I'll probably watch tomorrow because I watch now 2 Friday the 13th films. 2 to me are enough for today. Now this got a rated R. Received a rated R. It was 1 hour 35 minutes, kind of longer than I think was, which I had the first one. Yeah, just like the first one, it has the same running time. The second one was the most shortest in my opinion, 86 minutes, almost 1 hour 26 minutes, which is fast paced. This one I still like. I mean, this movie I like this one. I'm sorry, I like this one, but it's not in my top 5. Number 6, I'll probably say number 6 in the rankings. So far, number 6. Was in the top 5 films, but I kind of enjoyed the other 5 much more, And if you know, my favorite Friday will be right there, which I got the poster. You see my icon on my YouTube channel, so you know which is my favorite Friday 13 film. And my second favorite will be right there. I know it's the number 1. To me, it's my second favorite. I'll get into tomorrow more. Probably, I don't know, maybe I'll do a retrospective review for this film. I don't know, maybe not, I don't know, I really don't know, can't tell you. But like I said, John Carpenter's Thing is much better suspenseful horror film in my opinion than Friday the 13th Part 3. That's just me, because it came out the same year. Sadly, I think 1981 was Halloween 2 that came out. I don't remember 1982 any horror films that was released, but that's okay, you know. But yeah, that's my review on Friday the 13th Part 3 3D. Yeah, it's a campy, to me it's a campy, cheesy film. But what are your thoughts about Friday the 13th Part 3 3D? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I would like to see a comment on my video. What do you think about the film? What do you think about the franchise? Who's your favorite character? What's your favorite Friday the 13th film? You know, what's your favorite final girl? Mine will be Tina Shepard from Friday the 13th Part 7, Part Lincoln, and Amy Steele's my second favorite. I'll go with Trish Jarvis as I will go actually Trish Jarvis. Sorry, she's not right here, but Trish Jarvis will be my second favorite. But yeah, this is my second favorite. I love this movie to death. But the third one, I like the film. It's a fun popcorn film. I recommend you if you watch it. I saw back in 2017. I watched it on the Blu-ray when I bought it. I watched it that time on the Blu-ray, and it was actually Friday. It was a Friday 13th. It was Friday at night around 10 p.m. I think you should really give a try to watch at night, because it's a really scary film, you know. It scared me when I was 15 years old. I never decided I would never watch the film again. It really scared me. I watched Part 2 with my dad. This one I watched alone. But yeah, it really scared me, Part 3. But that's my review on Friday 13th Part 3 3D. Take care, and I'll see you next time. For today, I'm out. Peace. Bye-bye.